Episode 5, Hastinapur, Abhijnan Shakuntalam. Last episode we saw the farewell of Shakuntala at the Rishi Kanva ashram. Now let's see what's the next. So Vidushak is saying to Raja Dushyant, Rajan, did you hear the musical notes emanating from the Sangeet Shala? Hopefully it's Maharshi Hanspadika. Raja Dushyant says, if you stop for a while, I can hear that. So Maharani Hanspadika is singing a song. Maharani Hanspadika is the queen of Raja Dushyant. The lyrics are like this: Hey sweet insatiable Madhukar, you relished the Amar Manjari in the days gone by, and now have been enjoying in the cluster of lotuses since a while. You just forgot me. Amar Manjari is saying to the Bhramar. So Vidushak is saying, Rajan, could you decode the words? Raja Dushyant says, yes, indeed. Now I am close to Vasumati, not Hanspadika, that's her sorrow. You go and smartly tell her that it was a melodious tease. Raja Dushyant is saying to himself, everything is beautiful in the surroundings, musical, but why am I not feeling happy? Maybe someone close in my past life is peeping in my mind. Raja Dushyant is thinking to himself. Therein comes the Kanchuki. It was once Dwarpal at Queen's Place. He said that I need to inform the Rajan that some disciples of Rishi Kanva have arrived here. The king might be tired but need to follow my duty. Okay. Kanchuki says, as the horses of sun runs day and night, the breeze and the Sheshnag holds the planet Earth, so the Rajan needs to be at reach always for his praja. Fantastic again, Upama Kalidasasya. So Kanchuki finds the Rajan and sees that Raja Dushyant is taking rest just like a Gajraj, who after the full day of heavy work is at ease now beneath a tree. So Kanchuki gives the message to Raja Dushyant that the disciples of Rishi Kanva and some Ashram Kumaris are here to meet him. Raja Dushyant tells him that ask Purohit to welcome them and he'll join soon at the guest launch. Raja is thinking to himself, being a king is more effort than comfort, just like to handle the umbrella. So here rishis are in front of king. Sharangrav saying, Rajan, you are polite as like the trees, with more fruits they bend down by default. Rajan says, is there any trouble at the ashram? Sharangrav says, no Rajan. When sun is present, how the darkness can persist? Raja Dushyant notices someone. He says, who is she? He said, my condition is like a Brahmar who can't go close to the dewed Kund flowers and even nor go away. Then the Rishi Kanva's message is told by the Rishi Kumars that with a mutual consensus you perform Gandharva Vivaha with my daughter. Due to my kind affection towards both of you, I happily approve your marriage. He continues to say that as we find you both a suitable match and your qualities complement each other, after a long time Brahma has spared a great duo. She is an expectant and she'll stay with you. Then Gautami is saying, you did not talk to us earlier, addressing to the king. What to say now? Rajan says, what all are you talking about? I don't remember. Have I married to this girl? Shakuntala says, Aryaputra. No, Paurav, it does not suit you. Raja Dushyant says, like the river carries the mud, it tries to carry the trees along with it. Do not malign me. If you are true, you need to prove it. Then Shakuntala tries to show the ring as a recognition, abhijnan, but it was missing in her finger. Gautami says, in Chakravatar, while worshipping the Shachitirth Jal, you might have lost it. Shakuntala tries to remind Raja Dushyant in other ways that, do you remember the Mrug Shavak? It was drinking water from my hands. Then you said that wild animals know each other. Raja Dushyant says, don't make the stories. Now you do not have a point. So he's trying to ignore her thoughts. Shakuntala feels very sad about this. Why did I trust on Raja Dushyant? The Rishi Kumars and Gautami returns way back to ashram, whereas Purohit escorts way ahead to Shakuntala, who is in deep sorrow. Here the Raja Dushyant is thinking, though it's not true, why my heart is forcing me to trust on her.